Hey, what's up gamers? This is Skelemistic. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to become a Pet Pavilion Gamer Pro. How to get a high score on each and every game here and boost your pet's leveling numbers. Now, a lot of the higher level characters have tons of mega snacks and they can go over and do the dance game and fail it on purpose and level up really fast because they have a lot of mega snacks. A lot of us do not have a lot of mega snacks, and we need every number that we can get when we're leveling our pet up. So I'm going to show you how to pull a 4 every time, starting with this game, Grumpy Gobblers. Now there's a lot of things that you need to know about this on the way. First of all, always use the smallest setting. No matter which setting you use here, you still get the same number, maximum 4. These other ones are really just for fun or for ego boosts or whatever. They're a lot harder, but they don't give you any more of a number. So always go with the small one to keep. Do your fly around with the camera. I'm doing this for you guys' sake. I'm used to these so much that I don't really need to. But I want you to see what's back there. Now, on this particular tower configuration, the windage will vary a little bit depending on what the wind is doing, but not really a lot unless it's extreme wind up in the 25-mile-an-hour range. Click your fire. You'll want to put this down to where your clicker, your elevation clicker on your right-hand side, has got about 2.5 marks. You want maximum speed. Make sure you've got fire cyclet because you want this fireball to skim just barely over those purple storm blocks over there. Just barely, and hit those fires in the middle. And I'll show you why. Because it takes out that ice tower on the left-hand side. You can hit those fire blocks anywhere from the center to about halfway over to the right, and take out that tower every time. But that's where you want to shoot that at. For the remaining tower, you want to turn and put your cannon directly pointing at it. Switch to ice. Go down about 2 clicks. Go down about 2 so that your meter shows 2 bars, and fire from there. That way you'll hit the middle of that and clear it out. Now on this Grumpy Gobbler game, it takes 400,000 to get 4 level up points. See the experience there, the 4 experience. That's what I mean. It takes 400,000 to get that score, or to get that 4 points. And basically, you can do this, and for most of these, you can do this in 2 shots. I'm not going to use megas this time because I don't want to level this character too much. Anyway, most of these you can do them in 2, maybe 3 shots if you place your shots right. Let's see what we got here. There's about 4 or 5 different towers. Okay, we get the same tower again, so I'm just going to skip past that and do the same thing again. I'll try to show you all of these keep level towers. I'm on fire. See, now I've got an 18-mile-an-hour wind going to the left. So to compensate, you want to go over just 1 or 2 clicks more than you ordinarily would from the center. Go down to 2.5 bars. Fire. See how much it pulled it over? And it might just... Oh, okay, this time I needed to be over to the right just a little bit more. You see how I carried it to the left of center? That's what happens. It'll leave that ice tower up. Now I should be able to clear it out with this. We'll see. It might clear out the side tower. No, it didn't. Alright, so it'll be 3 shots instead of 2. But that's what I'm talking about as far as shooting that fireball. You want to make sure it's in the center or to the right a little bit. If it goes to the left like mine did, it won't take the tower out. Well, we'll go ahead and get this one now. There we go. Easy enough. And it's in 3 shots instead of 2, and I got 640,000 base, which means I'll get my 4 points. Okay. Let's see what other towers we get. I'll do this for a few minutes to see if I can get all the various towers on keep level. Okay, there's another one. Let the camera fly through. You see there's a fire in the center, and that's helpful. And there's ice on either side. Now with this one, I go with the ice one, and I go down. 9 miles an hour isn't much wind to pull it, so if you're 1 click over to the right of center, you're okay. It ends up being about 1 click per 5 miles an hour of wind. Let me go down. I'll go down to my 2.5. You want to clip this tower just on the very top of that ice there, because that way it's going to do the most damage. And being as the wind is pulling to the left, I want to pull to the right a little bit. Just about like that. I should clip that tower right on the top. I'm going to go down one more just to be sure. See, it tears up all that stuff. Those 2 little gray blocks that are in there, very, very rarely do you knock them over on the first try. They're I think they're meant to stay there. So you'll go over, you'll face it up directly, and this time with those blocks that far back, you'll go all the way to the bottom. You'll fire, and it'll hit it right up at the base. If you're kind of scared with that, you can go, instead of going to the bottom, you can click up one. But either way, you'll hit it. There we go. Sometimes if the wind is pointing the other way, it'll pull your shot down too early. So go up 1 click. But with it pulling to the left like that, you're okay. Okay, let's see if we can get a different tower. Okay, yeah, this is one of the ones I like. I can one-shot this tower sometimes. You see how it's got the gray blocks back there? They do not matter. It'll hit that. Let me go all around. Okay. In this case, the gray blocks actually help you. I have a 0 mile an hour wind, which is beautiful. I'll go up max velocity on the cannon. Put it right down the length of that long red block on the right-hand side. Make sure you select fire. Don't forget that. Oops. Oops, pushed the wrong button. There we go. I want to go down. You're going to go down to about 2.5 as usual. Maybe just a little bit, maybe 1 click under. Nah, yeah, 1 click under. I don't like how that looks. I'll go back up there. 2.5 marks. And fire. See? It'll hit the fire block, and it'll use that gray block and knock a bunch of stuff out of the way, and then it'll hit the backfire area and blow that away too. Now, I had the soldier left, that little goblin this time, but sometimes it even hits that. Just depending on the wind, small variances and stuff like that. Ordinarily, I can one-shot that, but this time we'll two-shot it. I'll go down all the way to the bottom, so you can't go anymore. Then come back up. 1, 2 clicks, and fire. And you'll get it right in the head. So that was 2 shots, and I got 751,000 for my score. Make a pet. Play again. See what we got here. Okay, I got the same tower again. I'll play this a few more times to see if... I think there's one more tower that's different. We don't need to do the fly-through because you've seen it already. I've got a strong, strong downwind this time. When you get up to the 20 mile an hour range, the wind does start making a difference. So I'll come over here and I'll go 1... It's down, not to the side, so it's not as bad. I'll go 1 click to the side of the red, so my cannon is pointing in between the red and the purple. Select my red, the same elevation. It's pretty much the same elevation no matter what the wind is doing, pretty much. It's just left to right that you position your cannon is different. And fire. That should make it in between. See, there we go. And it got all of them this time. That's how you one-shot it. I love those one-shots because they save you a lot of time leveling. And 820,000 is the best that you can get for that castle. Next. Play a couple more times. I think there's one other setup that has a castle in the middle of it. This isn't it. So I skipped the fly-through because you guys have seen this several times now. Make sure you're to the right of that center mark. Fire. Go down to 2.5. Fire. See, every time. If you're to the right of center, it'll pull that tower down every time. There. Go down 2. And the only reason I go down 2, that was weird. I've never had that happen. Oh, I forgot to change. That's what it was. I forgot to change from... See, that's what you got to keep track of, too. I forgot to change it to ice from fire, and that's why it didn't give me anything extra. I was supposed to have it on ice and didn't do it. There we go. Still 3 shots anyway. And still got more than 400,000. Yeah, you can't forget to change the school of the ball that you're shooting to match what you're trying to hit. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'll try 2 more times, so I'm not making too long of a video to find that last tower. Hopefully I'll get it. Nope, same one again. They keep giving the same tower over and over. This one's 15 miles an hour to the right, so you'll want to put your cannon in between the long red one and the long gray one that's a little bit lower in it on its left side. You'll want to put it right there because the wind will pull it over a little bit. Make sure you select your fire. Go down to 2.5. I might be a little bit off on that. Nope, still got it. Still got it. Good. And let that goblin. As long as you hit that long red block on the right, pretty square, you'll take that whole tower out. Go here. Go down 1, 2, 5. Oh, I went a little high. Okay. See, I didn't follow my own rule. Go to the ground and come up 2. There we go. If you do the exact same thing every time, you'll get the exact same result. With the wind variance, I mean, there's a little bit. Feed the pet. One more. I really want to get that last castle to show you guys. Be nice. Nope. Same one again. A little bit. Even though this is pulling to the right, I'm still going to go just on the center. Maybe a little bit right of it. It's not going to pull me that much. Select fire. Go 2.5. And clear it out. This time I'm going to not be a dummy. And remember to select ice. Go down 2 and fire. The reason I go down 2 is, oddly enough, you can hit those gray blocks in the center of that and not affect anything else. I've done that before. Shot a gray block out and had to shoot again. So you want to make sure you're hitting the ice blocks and not the gray ones. Okay, one more time. Last chance. I'm going to try to get the other keep. There it is. That's the one I want right there. This is the last keep of it. This is one of the hardest ones because it has so much gray in it. You can take it out, but you've got to be really, really good on your shot. It's got a 10 mile an hour downdraft too. Now what I do usually is go for the fire because it's the safest hit. The best one for you is to hit that small blue ice block up there, but that's a tough, tough shot whenever you're not practiced at this. So I'm going to show you an easier way. I'm going to go with the fire block right here. I'm going to go down my 2.5. Even though it's a downdraft, your 2.5 almost never changes. And fire. I want to hit that red block right on the shoulder. I did. There we go. And got all those blocks. That's what you want to do. It clears all that trash out of there. Sometimes it even takes that soldier out of the front. But it didn't do it this time. You're going to end up with 3 shots rather than 1 or 2. But still, this is a lot easier than trying to get these guys the hard way. Come up 2. And it doesn't matter which school of fireball you use or which school of cannonball you use. With the soldiers, it'll all be the same. Okay, that's that one. And you don't have to change elevation because it's the same thing on the other side. Just clip them right in the space. There you go. And plenty enough to get my 4 experience. And there we go. We'll finish this up. And this is how you get 4 experience every game on grumpy gobblers. That's the shots you use. You do not have to do all those big hard castles. They won't give you any more experience than the small one does. So stick with it, clean them out quick, and you'll level your pet faster. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Maybe leave me a comment about other games or other series you'd like for me to play. If you want, just leave a comment to talk to me or to ask me questions, because I love to talk to you guys back. This is Skeletal Mystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skeletal Mystic. Welcome back to a day in the life of a wizard. In the last episode, we'd gone over and beat up on a war horn and beat up on one of the Cyclops sub-bosses and gone here and gone there and got ourselves a new, albeit not very interesting, spell. Today, we're going to go back